Welcome, friends. Let's settle in for a few moments of breathing, finding your space, allowing your body to settle. Shoulders gently finding their way over hips. Slight tuck in the chin as you allow your belly to expand with each inhalation and fall with each exhalation as you simply focus on your breath and being here in this moment. As you notice sounds passing, sensations building within the body, or thoughts crossing through the mind, acknowledge their presence and then simply return to your breath, following it all the way in and all the way out, all the way in and all the way out. As you slowly open your eyes, transitioning into child's pose of your choice, either knees wide, belly sinking to the floor between the knees, toes together, arms extended. This version will allow you to experience the stretch more in the lumbar spine. If you would rather bring this sensation and the stretch into the middle back, bring the knees together, bring the toes together. Arms can be long outstretched or resting long alongside the body, fingertips towards the toes. Let your breath guide you into this stretch, this beautiful pose of surrender. Let's just take a few more deep breaths. Big inhalation. Slow exhale. Perhaps walking the fingertips further if the body is asking for just a little bit more depth into your stretch. Perhaps your forehead touches the floor. Maybe it rests on a block. Just continue to breathe. Slowly walking hands back towards the body. Allow the knees to come together, the torso to rise. Bring the hips back to the heels as you tuck the toes under the body. Bringing hands together either in prayer position or resting gently in the lap. The stretch works into the toes and to stretch the fascia along the bottom of the feet. Option here if this stretch is too intense, which it absolutely can be, to take a block and rest it on your heels, resting your glutes on top of the block. As you sit in this pose, remember to embrace the concept of impermanence and embrace your breath. Big inhale. Full exhale. As you prepare to release, Leaving toes, bringing hands to ground, and gently lifting toes from the ground. Pointing and flexing back and forth, rotating a few times, and then switching directions before pounding the calves out on the ground. And please repeat this sequence of release if your body is calling for it. To counter this, we want to stretch the tops of the ankles, bringing feet flat to floor so toes are pressing into the ground. The tops of toes are pressing into ground. Allow your fingertips to walk behind you, opening and expanding across the collarbone to open the heart and the chest space as you feel the weight of the hips on the heels once again, but feeling the stretch as it breathes itself across the top of your feet and into your ankles. If at any point this becomes uncomfortable on your wrists, or if you have wrist issues, turn your fingertips to face the outsides of your mat. Big breath in. Full breath out. The release from this pose, very similar, bringing hands back to floor, gently hovering feet from floor before flexing and pointing. Once again, a few times, up and down, deepening each time. Offering rotation 2 or 3 times one way, and then again in the opposite, before pounding feet on the ground. And once again, if the body is still calling for more, please repeat that sequence. Stretching legs back one at a time, pressing toes down and heels back towards the wall behind you. Stretch out the backs of the legs to give them some release after those 2 poses. Coming down now into a comfortable seated pose, taking right leg across top of left. So right foot is resting on top of left knee. Now please do not worry if this is not accessible in your body tonight or any other night. Simply prop the pose, maybe with a block under the knee. As you twist, bringing right hand to left knee, lifting up from the waist to make plenty of space between the waist and the rib cage. Send the crown of the head to the top of the sky as you inhale. Exhale as you twist. And breathe into the spine and the muscles that support the spine. If it's comfortable in the neck, allow the chin to follow to the shoulder. Otherwise, you can keep a beautiful neutral gaze directly extended in front of the chest. Big breath in as you come through center, bringing left hand to right knee, right hand behind, lift from the waist as you inhale. Exhale as you twist the right shoulder open, letting the chest open. Again, feeling within the neck. It may feel different than the opposite side, so be mindful to check in with your body. And breathe. Coming back through center. Switch out the legs. So bringing right leg to the bottom, left leg on top. And again, you will probably notice that your legs and your hamstrings feel very differently. So be mindful of that and know that it's okay. Bringing right hand to left knee. Follow that same sequence, lifting out of the waist as you inhale and twist to the left, opening the chest and the heart. Sending the chin toward the shoulder if it feels okay. Allowing your breath to keep you flowing through this stretch. Coming back through center. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Inhale as you lift. Exhale to twist and expand across the collarbone. Once again, option to bring chin around to shoulder or to leave it neutral, coming from the chest. Following the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Opening legs now to a wide V, mindful of where your body is tonight. Checking in with legs, checking in with glutes, moving the fleshy parts of the glutes away so your sit bones are grounded. Reaching arms nice and long overhead, letting shoulders melt down the back as you fold forward to where your body first says, stop right here, this feels awesome. The chest leads, settling with a flat back, chin slightly tucked to keep that beautiful line in the neck. Breathing here, perhaps toes flexed, perhaps toes pointed. Feel what works in your practice, maybe even switch. As your body begins to ask for more depth, if it does, walking slowly forward with fingertips lift once more out of the waist before you lengthen and deepen the pose. Stop when the body asks you to stop. We always feel. We never force. We always listen to what the body is telling us. Deep breaths here. Walking slowly back in, tuck the chin all the way to the chest as you slowly walk back up. Bring legs long in front of you. Stretch once more, moving all of the flesh away from the sit bones, reaching tall like taffy being pulled, folding forward, reaching with your eyes farther than reaching with your hands. Flat back, stay where the shoulders are behind. Stay where the back is flat. Allow the stretch and the sensation and the breath to be your guide. Again, if the body begins to call for more depth, lift up out of the waist as you inhale. Lengthen and deepen with your exhale. Reaching a little farther, maybe with the fingertips. Again, tuck the chin to chest, slowly walking back up, allowing each vertebrae stack on the one below. Come down to the back, hug the knees nice and tight into the chest. Embrace the stillness. Breathing into the stillness. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, slowly releasing the feet to the ground. Cross right ankle atop left knee, just below the knee joint or above the knee joint at the hip. Reach right hand through the hole in the center, left hand around the outside of the left thigh. Gently draw the knees toward the body. Flex into the left or into the right foot to protect the right knee joint. Again, the depth to which you take this stretch is up to you. But again, feel rather than force. Option to add in a hamstring stretch by extending the left leg to the sky. Press the heel to the ceiling and send the toes down in the direction of the forehead. Press the hamstring into the clasped hands and slowly draw the hamstring toward the body. Let the leg come back down to the ground. Twist to the left so the sole of right foot plants on the ground. Arms out to a T or into goalposts. If it's comfortable to turn your head in the opposite direction. It's a wonderful stretch, a wonderful way to relax. Otherwise, a neutral gaze straight up at the ceiling. Breathe into the spine, the spinal musculature, the mid-back, the glutes, the hamstrings. Let your breath simply travel there. Release back through center with your inhale. Bring right foot to the ground. Bring left ankle to right knee. Press left knee open. When you are ready, send right hand around the outside of the right thigh. And send the left hand right in between, clasping around the thigh, drawing toward the body. Flex into the left foot. If you wish to extend the leg and stretch into the hamstring, same thing. Heel to the sky, toes toward the body, hamstring press into the hand. Drawing the right leg slightly closer to the forehead. Shoulders and head rest on the ground. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, when you're ready, bending right leg back down. Twist to the right so sole of left foot finds its place on the ground. Arms to T or goalposts. Twist the head in the opposite direction of the knees if that feels okay. And notice the difference from right to left in what you feel in the spine, in the glutes, in the hams. You may not notice anything different. You may. There is no right or wrong sensation. Simply notice what you feel. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back through center. Draw knees nice and tight into chest one last time before extending the legs long away from the body. Letting arms settle in a T or slightly away from the body, whatever pose is comfortable for you. Rest the shoulders, rest the head, soften through the body. Allow a slight tuck into the chin to allow the neck to be neutral. Simply breathe into your Shavasana. Allow your body to soften and become one and supported by the space beneath you. When you're ready, slowly waken from your Shavasana. Roll onto your side, support head on upper arm. Take one more beautiful round of breath, and when you are ready, only when you are ready, extend your top leg long, press into your hand, and find your way back to a seated position. Maybe your eyes remain closed, maybe they open. Bring your hands to heart center and give gratitude for all of the beautiful things you've had today. The light and the love in me honors, bows, and respects to the light, and above all things to the love in each and every one of you. Namaste.